Siddhartha the ascetic attained enlightenment, realizing the truth. He addressed the 5 monks and other members of the brotherhood and told them to wander forth, preaching the Dharma for the well-being of many. Some monks out of the followers of the enlightened Buddha dwelt among the villagers, traveling about the country, engaged in missionary services. Others dwell in forest, striving for liberation. The forest-dwelling monks live away from human settlements and practice meditation, seeking inner peace and tranquility. These monks conduct their lives according to a planned routine, leading a religious existence from early morning to until they go to bed. The primary form of livelihood of the people of Sri Lanka is agriculture. With the introduction of Buddhism to Sri Lanka, the people in this country settled for agriculture as their primary mode of livelihood. This was a non-violent and righteous way of life that ensured friendly coexistence. The agricultural pursuit that flourished in the association with Buddhism received profuse blessing from Buddhism and from the community of Buddhist monks in their country. This exalted gift of Buddhism brought to Sri Lanka by Arahat Mahinda nourished the spiritual life of the people in this land. Buddhism proved a priceless inheritance that the people passed from generation to generation. Buddhism became so closely intertwined with their way of life and their pattern of behavior that it became the habit to describe it as Sinhala Buddhism. The Sinhala people became so thoroughly integrated with the teachings of the Buddha that they even offered their possessions, including lands, to Buddhism. They did not stop there. They offered their sons and daughters too to Buddhism. The villages and the temple became inseparable, integrated entities.
Anukampang upadaya dutiyampi sabba dukkha nissarana
uttane nappamadena.
The duty assigned to these little novice monks was to dedicate themselves to religious life from the very early days, to study the religious doctrine and to practice the rites and rituals. When they reach the due age, they are given higher ordination. They reside in the village temple and take a leading role not only in the religious activities but in social work as well. The Buddhist is closely linked with Buddhism from birth to death. From the time a child is conceived, the blessings and the protection of the triple gem are received. To prevent any untoward thing happening to a child in the womb, the villager as a habit gets the village monks to recite Angulimala discourse. The newborn infant is initially taken to the village monastery or to any other sacred site. The slightly grown child is initiated into letters at an auspicious moment. The parents are eager to get the monk in the village temple to initiate the child into letters.
මේ පුංචි දරුවාට සියලු අභිවෘද්ධිය සැලසේවා කියලා අපි ඉතිසිතින්ම ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරනවා.
අයන්න අල්මයන්න මා යන්න කියන්න මා යන්න අම්මා.
The villager acquires inner tranquility through the teachings of the Buddha. Some may not be able to visit the temple daily, but they do not neglect the religious duty of visiting the temple on Poya days. Many observe the 8 precepts at the temple. It is a tremendous help for them to achieve inner happiness. Those who are unable to observe the 8 precepts achieve inner peace by offering lamps and flowers, by worshipping the Buddha and practicing meditation. The full moon day is of special significance to Sri Lankan Buddhists. On such a day, they never forget to listen to the sacred word from a monk, anywhere, anytime.